All right, everybody. Mark Harrington here, coming to you live from the Founders Abortion Center, or should I say, used to be Founders Abortion Center here in Columbus, Ohio. This building behind me has been the site of an abortion mill for decades. Founders Abortion Center was the first abortion clinic in Ohio after Roe versus Wade. It's been here for 47 years. Not exactly in this place, but for the last couple of decades, it's been here at 1243 East Broad Street near downtown Columbus. And I'm coming to you today because this abortion mill is closed. They are not dispensing the abortion pill, no longer doing surgical abortions inside this facility. And that's huge news. 47 years, folks. Think about that. That's a long time. And a lot of babies have died in this building. And I've spent countless hours on this very sidewalk counseling, reaching out to men and women going inside, along with a lot of other people over those years. I've been doing this for over 20 years and been on this sidewalk a whole lot. And so have a lot of other people, including our Created Equal folks who come out here at least once a week. This is a testimony to all of those people who spent their time out here praying and counseling and protesting that the fact that this place is closing. Now, you might ask why. 2 years ago, it was a surgical center, and it morphed into a pill mill. That means they only dispensed the abortion pill for the last 2 years. But now they're done. They're moving out, and the new owners are not going to be doing abortions in here. It's a totally different business. So we know for sure, we verified this. We got news of this about 2 months ago in May that this was going to be happening. A lot of times you wonder when you hear this stuff, actually, is it going to happen? Well, this time it did, and they are closed. So thousands of babies, unfortunately, have died in this building behind me, probably between 75,000 to 100 just in this location. Likely well over 150,000 babies have died at the hands of abortionists as a part of Founders Abortion Center in the last 47 years. So, I mean, this has been a place where obviously, you know, if you know abortion, you know they are it's not medicine, it's not health care. Abortionists are not doctors. Okay, we know that. They are the bottom feeders of medicine. And we know that. There have been women injured here. Abortionists have been sued. There's been uninsured abortionists. They still owe, as far as we know, at least $1 million. That is, Founders Women's Center still owes the city of Columbus $1 million in back taxes. So as Father Pavone says, you cannot practice vice virtuously. If you're going to kill babies, you're going to do other things like not pay your taxes, not keep up on your licenses, and so forth and so on. So this place has also employed a known child sex offender during the years here. Dr. Tom Michaelis lost his medical license here for that reason. So, you know, it's 47 years. You think, well, that's a long time. Yes, it is. Lots of babies have died here. But if you look at the trend all across America, and especially in Ohio, when I started doing this long ago, there were 7 surgical abortion centers in Columbus, Ohio alone. Today, there is only one left, and that's one too many. That's Planned Parenthood. And now that this place is closing, which is a pill mill, an abortion pill abortion clinic, we are down to 1 surgical abortion center in Columbus and 1 pill mill in Columbus. A couple of years ago, 5 years ago, there were 13 abortion centers in the state of Ohio. We are now down to 7. 5 of those are surgical, 2 are abortion pill mills. So obviously the trend across the country is that these facilities are closing. That's a good thing. That means children are being spared. Now, we all know that Planned Parenthood isn't going to go down easy. And so what they're trying to do is to make up for those by building these mega centers. We know that's happening across the country as well. So although abortion centers are closing and the abortion numbers are going down, Planned Parenthood and the abortion industry is making adjustments, as you would imagine. And they're moving at light speed to try to dispense the abortion pill over the counter or by mail. I mean, that's where we're moving. And so these facilities, abortion pill mills, surgical mills, I think in years and decades in the future will become a thing of the past more than likely. The whole abortion debate, the whole thing, the whole battle over abortion is changing. It's changing. They are moving quickly to using abortion pills. So even though it's a victory that this place is closing, a victory that there are no longer any surgical abortions taking place here or pill abortions, we know that the other side of this, that continues to want to kill babies, is going to try to find new ways to do that. And so that's why Created Equal is also making adjustments. We are changing our tactics to deal with the issue of abortion pills, pill abortions. We just yesterday released a series of new signs that deal directly with pill abortions. We are going to be protesting the Food and Drug Administration next week in Washington, D.C. to call for them to hold to their REMS, that is the requirements on regulating pill abortions, so that they have to meet, so that the abortionist has to actually have an in-person meeting with the woman who might consider abortion. There are things we can be doing, but for now we can rejoice. For now we can rejoice that this place is closing. All those men and women, many of them not with us anymore. You know, you think of 47 years, some of these people have passed on. I know many of them that spent a lot of time out here are no longer with us. Yet we can look to them and thank them for the work that they've done. All those people that stood out here praying, sidewalk counseling, protesting over the last 47 years. It's due to them that we're closing this place down. It's due to them. So we will be holding a celebration, if you will, or something to mark the event. Obviously, we don't celebrate much because babies are still dying, and they're dying at crazy numbers, and we'll never fully be able to rejoice and celebrate until abortion is entirely abolished, 100%. And that's what we're working for. But we need to mark these times and places where we have a victory, and it's clearly a victory that this place is closing behind me, or is closed now, Founders Abortion Center in Columbus, Ohio. So we will be announcing soon that event where we're going to have folks come out here who spent time on the sidewalk, share with the group, pray, worship, and thank God that Founders Abortion Center, after 47 years, is now shut down. Now, often abortion centers are converted into crisis pregnancy centers or pregnancy resource centers. We have one right down the street here that we've referred people to and taken them to. In fact, just this morning, Isaac, when we're standing here, even though they're not dispensing the abortion pill and they are shut down, they are still seeing clients for some reason. It won't last long. And they're referring them apparently to other places. But he had an opportunity here even this morning to talk to a woman. But they are not doing abortions here. Just don't get me wrong. They're done. It's over. No surgical, no pill abortions. But they are referring for the next couple of days, I assume, others out to other centers. So, but eventually, in the next couple of days, I would imagine they will be moving out for good. So, in conclusion, I'm reminded of the Washington Holocaust Museum, and in that museum, there's a special exhibit called Yad Vashem. Yad Vashem. And it means a place and a name, a place and a name. And the people that put together the Holocaust Museum, both here in Washington and in Jerusalem, wanted a place where they could honor righteous Gentiles, non-Jews who witnessed against the Holocaust, who saved and rescued Jews during the Holocaust. And there's a special place in Washington, D.C.'s Holocaust Museum and in Jerusalem to recognize those righteous Gentiles. We're thinking Corrie ten Boom, right? Schindler, Oskar Schindler, and others who, gave it all for the liberation of the Jews in the death camps and did everything they could to save them. My hope is someday there will be a Yad Vashem for the righteous Gentiles, if you will, who were not unborn. I mean, obviously, you and me, people like you and me, a place where they can be given a place and a name once this is all over, and we can recognize the sacrifice of those who rescued babies during the American Holocaust. It's not time for one of those now, folks. I'm not big on memorials while the Holocaust is continuing. I don't think that's all that helpful. It's a good place to give people a place, if they've had abortions, to go and seek healing. That's fine. But we don't memorialize something when it's still happening. But eventually, I hope that there will be a Yad Vashem on the abortion Holocaust here in America. My question is, will your name be on it? Are you doing everything you can day in and day out to rescue babies? Are you out front of your sidewalks, out front of your abortion centers, on the sidewalks in your city, doing what countless hundreds, maybe thousands of people have done over the last 47 years in front of this abortion center? Because without that presence, without that Christian witness, without the gospel being shared out front here and the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, these places are going to continue to operate, and abortion is going to continue across America. They need you. These children need you. They need your help. They need you to come out to these centers. So I'm asking you, if there's an abortion center, whether it's a pill mill, surgical mill, or whatever, you need to be out in front of those, witnessing, praying, protesting against abortion, because that's what saves babies. And this place will no longer be killing them. 100,000 or more children probably died within the walls of this building behind me. Think about that. It's not something to celebrate, but the fact is there will be no more killed here. That is something to be celebrated. So once again, I'm coming to you from Founders Abortion Center, at least it used to be. Now it's no longer that. It's going to be an entirely different business. This place is closed for good after 47 years. So we'll be in touch. We'll be talking about our memorial, we're going to remember what the work that's been done out here, and an event coming up in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned to our social media platforms for that information. And folks, I beg of you, come out, stand for the preborn out front of these abortion centers in your own city, and someday they'll be shut down just like this one behind me. God bless you. We'll see you next time.